Everybody, welcome to a special episode from Pro Engineering. What we have here is a masterpiece, and I don't mean the Monster Beetle. The Monster Beetle is great and all, but when I had this thing as a little kid, I was really only able to drive it a few times in between this horrible noise that it would start making every few weeks. And that noise was coming from the gear differential in this vehicle. Well, as of last year, we now have the ability to throw away the garbage it came with and replace it with this masterpiece, the MIP Super Ball Diff, for pretty much all of the ORV cars. Fine, you have to change the gears if you have a Frog or a Brat or a Launcher Rally. And if you have an early car with a hex drive, you are going to have to purchase the universal drives here. But notice this differential. It is simply magnificent. The reason I bring this up is right now, MIP is working on a differential set for the Hotshot series. Those of you who recall how this ORV diff worked for the Blackfoot series, it was a pre-sales system where we would go on MIP's website, we would purchase the ball differential, and once MIP received 250 orders, it went into production. MIP did, obviously, hit 250 orders well before the end of the 3-week campaign. In fact, MIP has done several runs of the ball differential for the Blackfoot, enough so to show them that there is value in another ball differential. So these are the vehicles that it's going to be capable of supporting. It will drop straight into the 58-391 Hotshot, the 58-418 Boomerang, the 58-517 Super Hotshot, and the 84-265 Hotshot 2007 Metallic Edition. Now, these are the vehicles that we know for certain it'll drop directly into. However, we do not have a big wig to test out, and the big wig I'm referring to is the 47-330 2017 big wig. And although it does have the same gear set, and should drop in, you may need to make additional modifications. And speaking of modifications, it is not going to be a plug and play like the ORV was. The problem is the ORV has these drive cups here that slot straight through the gear case, and MIP provided us with a new set of bearings to fit the opening in the aluminum plate on the differential. In order to make this thing economically viable, the only way to do something similar to this and keep it in a price range where we would be able to afford 2 of these ball differentials was to create a similar setup. But those of you who own one of the Hotshot series realize that the drive cups pop in from the outside, so a modification will be necessary in order to get these to fit. The tool required will come with the kit. A video will be at the end of this video showing how to make the modification. Now, this is just a teaser, and we're going to get way more information very shortly. I just want to let everybody know the differences between the early cars and the late cars and how the diff is going to fit. Those of you who happen to own the earlier cars, like the 58047 Hotshot, the 58054 Supershot, the 58055 Boomerang, the 58057 Bigwig, 58062 Hotshot 2, and the 58066 Super Saber will need to purchase new axles, as these are being developed for the newer cars, so the axles are in fact different. This means you'll also need the outdrives that go into the hubs. All right, so like before, in order to make this happen, I need everybody's help. You need to post this everywhere. If you have a website, if you have a forum that you follow, but those of you who do speak other languages and are on the corresponding Tamiya or RC car forums, I have to ask you to please post on those sites. I will be plastering Facebook, but that doesn't mean I'll be getting all of the Facebook pages, so please repost what I post on Facebook. I'll have this on Instagram, put it on your Instagram. In order to make this package over here say Hotshot, this is going to require a community effort, and MIP was fantastic in getting this ball differential to production. I have slapped one of these ball diffs in every single vehicle that I own that happens to be of ORV descent. The comical part here is I don't even own a Hotshot. I had to acquire 2 of them from a good friend who was very kind enough to supply us with an early Hotshot as well as a re-release Hotshot. His re-release metallic special mint condition Hotshot is now our test mule. So, Chris, thanks for that. By the way, Chris, your car is now our test mule. So just heads up. Heads up with that. Probably should have told you that first. Anyway, we'll focus on Chris later. Please comment below if you have any questions, which I'm sure you will have. I will follow this video up as soon as their splash page for the campaign is up. I will have a link in the next video, as well as images of the new MIP ball differential when I get them. In the meantime, check out this video of the modification that is required for the Hotshot series. I will keep everybody posted. Thank you all so much. I thank you ahead of time, and I cannot wait until I get one of these Hotshots back in and I can show you the installation process of our latest Victory when we get this into production. The images that you have seen here have been very kindly sent over by John from Iconic RC, as well as Mateo from Mateo's RC Movies.